Hi, I'm Brenda with Hayneedle, and today we're going to be doing a short assembly video on the barn doghouse. The approximate time for this assembly is about an hour. Tools needed for this is a Phillips head screwdriver, which is not provided. You want to start by removing all of your contents from your box. Then you want to take a brief inventory to make sure you have all parts and hardware necessary for this assembly. For the first step, you're going to want your pieces 1, 2, 4, and 3. And then you're also going to want 8 of your bolts and 8 of your nuts. Now taking your pieces 1 and 3, you want to align the holes with piece number 3 and piece number 1. You're going to insert your bolts on the top hole and the bottom hole. Now once you have your bolts put through, you want to take your 2 nuts and tighten those on. Now using a Phillips head screwdriver, you can go ahead and tighten those into place. Now we'll be attaching our piece labeled as 4. You're going to do the same as you did on the other side and insert your bolts. Now you want to align your holes and just push your bolts through. Now taking your nuts, you want to tighten those down on the opposite side. Now taking our piece labeled as 1, you want to go ahead and insert your bolts on both sides. Now you want to repeat these steps on your opposite side. Now you want to go on the inside and tighten your nuts down. Now using your Phillips head screwdriver, you can tighten those into place. For the next part, you're going to take 2 of your pieces labeled as 8. You're going to insert these in with both of your notches on each corner and the circles in the middle. Now you just want to place this in until it falls down. And now you want to do the same on your opposite side. And you want all 4 holes in the middle of your pieces labeled as 8 to go in the middle. Now you will need your pieces 7, 6, and 9. You're also going to need 4 of your bolts labeled as 8 and 4 of your nuts. Now you want to insert your bolts into your piece labeled as 6 in the 2 pre-drilled holes. And then you want to lay that on its side. Then you want to take your piece, which is 9, match up your holes. Now you want to take 2 of your nuts, and on the inside you want to go ahead and tighten those down. Now once you have your nuts put on, you can take your Phillips head screwdriver and tighten those down. Now with your piece labeled as 7, you're going to insert your bolts into the pre-drilled holes. And then you're going to place over your piece 9, insert those into the corresponding holes. And then on the opposite side is where you're going to attach your nuts and tighten those down. And you can now fully tighten those with your Phillips head screwdriver. Now you want to take your piece 17 and you're going to place it underneath this corner. And then you're going to take your screws labeled as C and insert into the pre-drilled holes. Then taking your Phillips head screwdriver, you want to tighten those in. Now we're going to need our piece 5, 6 of our bolts labeled as A, and 6 of our nuts. We're going to take this and align our pre-drilled holes. And then you just want to take your bolts and insert through all the holes. Once you have all of your bolts pushed through, you want to go around and just attach your nuts on the opposite side. Now, using 12 of our screws labeled as B, we'll now be attaching our pieces labeled as D. You want to place them one right here, and then using your Phillips head screwdriver, you want to tighten those into place. Now you want to take your second piece and put it right here in this little corner, and it's going to be offset from this piece. For this next step, you're going to need your pieces 12, 13, and 14. For this next part, you want to have 2 of your bolts labeled as A handy. Now you want to take the piece that has the 2 pre-drilled holes on the one side, align those up with the holes that are on the doghouse. Then you want to take 2 of your bolts and insert those into the pre-drilled holes. Now we're going to take our next piece, and we'll be placing that on. And same with this piece, you want to take your 2 pre-drilled holes and align those up with the next pre-drilled holes. Now taking 2 more of your A bolts, you want to go ahead and insert those in. Now you want to take your final piece, align your holes, and then insert your bolts labeled as A. Now taking 5 of your screws labeled as B, you want to insert those into the pre-drilled holes. And now using your Phillips head screwdriver, you can tighten those into place. Now you want to take your nuts and you're going to attach those on the inside of the doghouse. Now using your Phillips head screwdriver, you can go ahead and tighten those into place. We will now be attaching our roof for the opposite side. You want to place this piece here, and you want to make sure that your pre-drilled holes are aligned with the sides, and you want to make sure that the ridges are facing down. Now using 4 of your screws labeled as B, you want to insert those into the pre-drilled holes. Now using your Phillips head screwdriver, you want to tighten those into place. Now we're going to take our second piece. We're going to place that underneath the first piece that we put on. To ensure that you have the correct pieces, you want to make sure that right here that it's flush. Now taking 2 more of your screws labeled as B, you want to insert those into the pre-drilled holes. And then using your Phillips head screwdriver, you want to tighten those into place. And now you want to repeat for your opposite side. We will now be attaching our piece labeled as 16. You want to place the ridge over the peak of the roof. Now using 4 of our screws labeled as B, you want to insert those into the pre-drilled holes. And then using your Phillips head screwdriver, you want to tighten those into place. Now you want to repeat these same steps for your piece labeled as 15. Once you have all of your screws and bolts tightened down, you now have your finished barn doghouse.